Today we are going to talk about holistic theories. So in Chinese medicine, if you ever heard of Chinese medicine, we always say that Chinese medicine is holistic. We see patient or we see the body as a whole. For instance, if you got headache, we don't really think of headache only. We don't really treat your headache only. Then the practitioner or the Chinese medicine doctor will always tell you, because in Chinese medicine we have the theory as holistic. We see your body as a whole. So today we are going to talk about holistic theories. What's holistic theories? So in the theories, there's three aspects. The first one is we human. We the body is a whole as a whole. So which means our organs, our skins, our organs like your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your tongue, and the organs, the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, or stomach, intestines. All these stuff are connected to each other. They connected through the meridian. Sometimes they connected through the fluid. The second aspect is we as a human, we and the nature are connected. The third aspect, we human as a human in a society, we and the society are connected. So when you come to see a Chinese medicine doctor, the doctor will always think about you, yourself, the body. Was the body balanced or not? Or you as in terms of living, you and the nature was balanced or not? Or you and the society is balanced or not? So the holistic theories is not only about yourself, the body. Then the first part is our body as a whole. We see our body as a whole. So, for example, if a patient got a headache, on top of the head, we always think that the headache is related to liver. The reason is because the liver meridian, it goes all the way to the head, and there's one path go to the top of your head. So if patient got a headache, they tell you they got headache on top of the head, we think that it's related to the liver. Or if the headache is the forehead, this area, we will think that's something wrong with the Yangmi meridian, which is a large intestine. So the meridian, the organs, or the organs, the eyes. So sometimes you got the eyes problem, the doctor will treat about the kidney. We tonify the kidney to help your eyes. This is from the holistic theories. So in holistic theories, in terms of our body, we got different systems, like the heart system. The heart system includes the heart, the small intestines, your pulse, and your tongue. And the liver system include the liver, gallbladder, and ligaments, and your eye. So the spleen system includes the spleen, stomach, the muscle, and your mouth. The lung system includes the lung, large intestine, your skin, and your nerves. The kidney system includes the kidney, the bladder, and the bones, and your ears. So all these, from the skin, from the top, from superficial to internal, from the top to the bottom, we are connected to each other. They belong to different systems. And in all these systems, the meridian join off them, they make them as a whole. So if your spleen got problem, your digestive system have problems, it might affect your liver because they are connected. That's why in a specific condition, in a specific disease, we will think about different meridians, different organs. The second part of the holistic theories in terms of the body is our body and our mind are together. So if your mind or your emotion change, or even your character changes, it will affect the organs. So sometimes if the organs have some problem, it will change your emotion. So like depression, anxiety, these in Chinese medicine we use the herbal medicine. How we treat these diseases, because the emotion related to different organs. So we're going to treat the organs to help for the depression, for anxiety. That's how Chinese medicine treat those emotional diseases. When a patient in a healthy person, all the organs they connect to each other, they support each other, but in a sick condition. So if a patient becomes sick, these systems also going to affect each other. For instance, if someone got like emotion from the emotion, if the liver have some problem, so the liver supposed to activate the circulation. If the liver got problems, the circulation is not good, the patient will feel like depression or feel very low. In this condition, the liver may affect the spleen. In this patient, they always will tell you they have very poor appetite, they don't want to eat. In some other cases, the patient may tell you that they suffer from diarrhea. These are related to spleen system. Also, some condition from the liver, some anxiety or some depression patient, they will tell you sometimes they cough without flu, without getting a cold, they've been coughing. So in this case, the liver affects the liver disease, they affect the spleen, also they affect the lungs. So in a treatment, in a formula, when we use the herbal medicine, we use the formula to treat this kind of diseases. We will think of the liver, we also will think of the spleen, we also think of the lung. These three aspects for this anxiety or depression patient. This is the holistic theories used in a sick condition or in a treatment plan. The second aspect is our body and nature are connected. So we see your body and nature as a whole. What does it mean is the climate, we as a living, as a life, we and animal and the plants are the same in terms of life. So we are going to be affected by the climate. In spring it's warm, in summer it's hot, in autumn it's cool, in winter it's hot. Our body, our condition also will change according to the season, especially for the pulse. In spring, the pulse is more superficial. In summer, the pulse, where we feel from here, it's going to be big and powerful. in winter, the ponds become deep. That's the normal change according to the season. So if the climate change rapidly or it change beyond our body can adjust, people will be sick. For instance, if when in winter it's supposed to be cold, but this winter it's very warm, so people may have some diseases in the next spring. That's how we can predict if there's some flu going to be popular, the epidemic disease going to happen in the next year or not. Or in some condition, if summer is supposed to be hot, but this summer it becomes very cold, people will have some liver problem, might have diarrhea as well. The last part of the holistic theories is we as human and a society as a whole. So we see our body, for instance, is if your society status, like for example, if you 1 billionaire and they have been lived in a very wealthy way of living for a long time, and all of a sudden he got bankrupt. And then you can see how the society, the economy of the patient, the changes going to affect his health. And or in some politicians, they got very high levels authorities, and all of a sudden he becomes a prisoner. He was put in a jail. So in this society, this status changes also can affect our health. So during a treatment, we also will consider all these changes. So in a holistic theories, we not only consider your body, or not only consider one aspect, not only consider one disease, we will see your body as a whole. Your body and nature, and human and the society. So there are three aspects of holistic theories. One's yourself, one's you and the nature. Third, it's society and you. So these are the holistic theories in Chinese medicine.